want to go into that second half like, okay, we've got like a 9-6, we're looking good, we're feeling great, everyone's on the same page, but they're over on the T side.
No one wants to start T side Inferno, Harry.
Yeah, let's hope that they can get off to a better start than that nuke game.
And that entire previous map.
Yeah.
Forest, however, if we're going to look on the plus sides for NIP, Forest is an absolute, god of Counter-Strike, and we already know that, but he has really been proving it today. Maybe it will be enough to drag them through an Inferno game. A map that you get 2 entries into a bomb site, you can win a round off just 2 kills because you can force the CTs to save. So, Forest only needs to get 2 kills around, maybe. There's a chance here for the Ninjas, but we'll have to wait and see. Bit of utility on Letcro. That's looking like it's going to be a late B play. They've taken apartments, they've pressured back some of these players in mid, but ultimately that bomb is in Banana, and Letcro is nearby with a nade. So Sprout with only 2 players here on the bomb site, Spitty and Favin, ready with the smoke to delay Nip if they do execute, but they're going to walk back up towards middle. Minute on the clock, seeming dedicated. If it was a fake, they would typically leave someone back on logs, but not going to be the case here for NIP. Jumping out through mid. No one here spotting for Sprout, playing very passive. We've got Keto taking shots towards Boiler. He's going to have to drop towards Pit now, and NIP looking to get their way round long.
Oh, but it's into Searson and the trade.
He's a slippery man.
Yeah, that was not the prettiest trade you'll ever see, but the kill comes in regardless. Keto down in the pit loses his teammate in the site. He's not cornered, though. He's buying time, and he might do more than that. They're still pressuring him, and that smoke over at Moto is going to start to fade. They know that Letcro's planting this bomb, and so they just run in all 3 and shut him down. CT pistol picked up for Sprout. They're looking to continue with that strong performance from Nuke.
Yeah, no chance there for NIP once that bomb went down. I mean, didn't even get a chance to pull his Glock back out. He was already dead. And pretty standard stuff here on that CT side. I like how Sprout play passive in these pistols on Inferno. Instead of fighting mid and giving a way in and letting NIP get damage off, they just back up towards long corner and the back of short. Make NIP actually commit if they want to get some kills. Second round force buy, I like it. It's 3 rifles here for the Ninjas, and off the back of the bomb plant, they are going to go very fast up middle. Twist is, well, not very fast, but sneaking his way towards the top. Letcro and Plopsky, the 2 other armed players, are in Banana and Tiaps respectively. Favin's just spotting B on his own. He's got Spitty ready with a grenade to throw over towards Car. That nade goes out, but no one was close. Plopsky was pretty far held back, so it will be fine for now for the Ninjas, who do again look to work A. And Sprout's default CT is just this extremely passive setup, so NIP again put in a position where they're going to have a rough time getting picks. It's more about executing into the bomb site and committing with multiple players here. Sprout making NIP work for these kills, and they're already running out of utility, so it's lucky they are doing so. 2 smokes left, both of them on B, though. One of them going down, and now NIP start to move up long.
Oh, and that first kill picked up by Twist, a massive one, as dropping Dennis allows for not only the wrap in through long, but also the option, if you would like to split this B site. That's the bomb. Keto's just dropped Letcro, and with it, maybe NIP's hope of winning this round, because there were 3 players stacked towards that B site. They can all come rotating. Oh. And you've got to fight down an alleyway versus this group of thugs. It's not looking good for NIP. Plopsky alone, 15 seconds left. And no hope for him in this round. This will be Sprout going 2-0. He's even going to try and hold on to the Krieg, which is ballsy to say the least, because if he goes down in after time, that is really going to hurt the economy of NIP. And I think that kill comes just after time. Devastation for NIP.
That is the worst way to go. Searson jump spotting that box. And I love that rotate that you mentioned as well off of B. Once Sprout get the bomb, they just move everyone to Archway. Keto covers the library wrap, and Favin, he's able to just get 2 kills as NIP gets spotted. This is a really reserved CT side of Sprout, and it has paid off for a 2-0 start. NIP, their force buy did not work wonders, and now they are just down on Glocks, especially on Plopsky, $0 or $50 to his name. Searson wants to make some money, and he may get gifted that. Grenade going out the window, that could be good. Puts Forest on 2. Ouch. This should just be a fairly clean round for Sprout. Taking some banana control as well, keeping NIP out of this position.
And it's just more of this very, very passive stuff from Sprout, and I love it. I think it's not only the perfect counter to NIP in the sense that you're not giving their stars, you're not giving players like Forest any space to take an advantage. It's also still just, you know, you're really dictating the pace despite being on a CT side and not taking any early fights. You're not exactly allowing NIP to just explode into this and play their own game either.
Time could be a problem if, and they've got to speed up. 30 seconds as they get up through mid. Spitty, he's going to get met with 2, but easy transfer with the M4. Rez gets the only kill of the round so far for the Ninjas, and it will remain the only kill of the round. Sprout getting the 3-0 lead that they desire, and all the money behind it as well. These SMGs doing plenty of damage. So now we've got guns back for Nip. Now we've got a chance. Where do they go? Where do they take this T side? Would love to see an attempt to go for one of those quick B plays, but as we know, Sprout have been taking banana, and they have the incendiaries for it again. Even the orb.
Oh, Searson going to try the ult mid peak. Lecro was there, but too fast around the corner. They've constructed a tower here over in Boiler, and they are going to have Lecro come in their way. He'll spot the tower and get cut down by it. That now gets dismantled. It served its purpose. And this is where, you know, once again, Sprout, they pull in a little gimmick, they pull in a little boost to take a man advantage, and now they just go back into this ultra-passive hold. They're more than comfortable with this. They sit 5-on-4 up. You killed Lecro at the beginning of the round, so he wasn't able to get any of his utility out.
Yikes.
At least there's something found, but ooh, Searson shutting down the B play. Doubles up from CT, and that is NIP back to the drawing board for now. They do retrieve the bomb. Forest here to pick it up. He is just being the one shining light for NIP, time and time again, and that's why I still have faith in them in this round, despite the fact they're in this 2 versus 4. Rez going to try and get out through mid. Ooh, they'll double down. They actually try and get that trade, and Rez just masterful there.
Yeah, there was no way he was checking that corner as well. So if they just held down and didn't peek, I mean, he's dead. He's not getting out through middle. Keto should have gotten that kill, but either way, it's going to be NIP in a very doable round now. Searson with 9 health. If that smoke fades, Forest can spam him. He has a molly, but where do you throw it here? You want to try and set your teammate up coming up short. Flash does go that way. Blinds Rez, keeps him out. Favin's got to really get both kills here if he wants to win this round. The flash is going over. Nice molly, but Rez catches Favin jumping up, and Forest is able to dodge the flames inside of the site. It will be NIP's round. And now that first entry from Forest, you know, actually shows the value. It didn't feel too important in the 2-on-5, but it was Sprout both setting up, one in the site and one in the graveyard, both watching apartments, no one checking short, and Forest was able to just walk up porch side and get a kill onto Dennis. So that actually makes all the difference when it comes down to the NIP side winning the A fight. And here, I mean, yeah, just unfortunate timing for Spiddy, who should have gotten that kill by playing passive, but instead tries to get aggressive off the flashbang and will get taken down by Rez. So Rez saving the day, Forest getting a crucial opening kill, and NIP find themselves on this T side after all.
Searson. Ooh. Trying to get up onto the half full, likely just going to have to get boosted up by his friend. Ooh. There's one gone. Trade looking to come through, but Plopsky just a second too late. Searson's already dropped down and is away from Banana. Man, the thing that's so interesting is, you know, we were looking at Sprout yesterday in that Vitality game. One of the things that we were saying about them was it was interesting. Even though they weren't finding opening kills, it was the trades, it was the playing off of one another that was getting them into routes. Here versus NIP, they've been very active in grabbing these man advantages. They've had them in almost every single round. I mean, they have here on this map, and back on Nuke, it felt like that for the entirety of their CT side. NIP just struggling to get their foot in the door the same way that Vitality could versus this squad. Now the nades rain into this B site. Faven, Spiddy trying to hold the line, and Faven's helped out diligently with a double.
Yeah, Spiddy was just coming on to rotate. He left towards CT and didn't get properly set up inside of the site. NIP mollied out the position that he wanted to play, and that's more great utility from this Swedish roster. Another kill from Rez. He has come alive in this map so far. 3 in this round. And Sprout are on the retake. They have a kit, 2 mollies as well, but not very easy positions to get these mollies into. At least they can clear out spots so they don't have to worry about New Box, but Forest is waiting for the walkout here. Molly and Pool. Forest is ready, should get this first, and there's no trade in sight. Dennis eventually getting the kill, but Rez is hidden, and Dennis has no idea, making a lot of noise. Rez doesn't need to peek, but the bomb is going off, so he may as well get a kill, and he finds 4 in the round. Gets away at the end of it, and what a saving grace Rez is being right now for Nick.
Yeah, it's these last 2 rounds have been Rez and Forest both getting all 5 between them. So yeah,
hey, if it works, it works, you know.
God, I don't like that. Like, I don't like that. That's the winning formula.
Yeah, it doesn't really scream consistency, nor the ability to do that on your CT side. It's certainly getting worrying thinking about that second half, but we are so far away from that now. However, they have broken Sprout. The money is gone here from the Germans. So 3 smokes, trying to play that delay play, and just pistols.
NIP, they're passive, at least for as long as they're willing to be. The thing is, taking all that time at the beginning of this round, just waiting to see what comes through from Sprout, that's the ideal situation when you're going for this smoke delay play. That is what you want your opponent to do. NIP grouping up all 5 players over here in top mid, but look at Sprout. Look at them over towards B. They're looking like they want to try and retake top. Banana control. And if they get this, then they'll know. And oh dear.
No.
Hang on. Well, you won't anticipate any...
Body block City.
Oh, that's a weird one. I haven't seen a round of Counter-Strike like that before.
Sprout are just hoping that NIP flash through the smokes and either get blocked or, don't account for how many players there are.
It was the clown car of smokes, just like an infinite number of people getting out of it.
Keep coming through, yeah. 5 alive, that is a moneymaker for Nip. Missed shot from Twist, but the pistol should be able to do it. Yeah, get out of that one, buddy. Forest is coming in to save the day, swooping in. And we'll find Spiddy, last player in the apartments, Faven. Oh, he's got a kill. That looks scary. And he's going to run out of ammo because he missed his initial shot. Does follow up, but only damage here. NIP still get away with 3 rounds and players surviving in that.
Yeah, 1 more, and they will beat their performance for the entirety of Nuke. So NIP... Oh, hang on a moment. We brought something up here, and that is the Mountain Dew Game Fuel Power Play.
It's actually the Mountain Dew
Amp Game Fuel Power Play, of
Harry.
course.
You've got to get all those words. We're getting paid on commission.
That
every
is
word.
True. Every word matters. Every word counts. And we can see them now. It's obviously Twist 4K, Keto's A site hold, Rez's pistol 2K for the map win. That was a nice one back on Mirage with the CZ. And Faven's 4K in the pistol round.
CT
so
nuke.
yeah, a lot of big moments. We might even be able to recap them for you.
Yeah, so head over to twitter.com/ESLCS if you want to vote, and Chad's going to tell you why you're wrong, why you've picked not the best power play, or maybe he'll be nice. Maybe you have picked the best power play. You've got to pick it first. Either way, head over to Twitter to do that right now, and we'll bring that up later. Nice little run boost from Searson, but he is being held, and Twist was ready for that repeak. Gets the advantage for NIP. We talk about Sprout doing well at starting off in a 5-on-4, but not here and not now. It's a 5-on-3 for NIP. Rez getting picked up on the gap of the smoke. Plopsky wants his try, and he will succeed. Ooh. That is B completely empty. Keto, he is close in CT, but Plopsky can just run into the site. A gap in the smoke, though. It's like nuke all over again, Harry.
Yeah, luckily enough, they will be able to dispatch of Dennis up in the apartment. So with that, the A site's open and NIP get that bomb down. They'll find themselves this 4th round here. And now, it wouldn't surprise me if come tomorrow and we see NIP versus Vitality, we maybe see them just edge away from a lot of these more tactical maps. No vertigos, no nukes. I don't want to see another nuke from NIP.
No.
I really don't, because here on Inferno, where you can be a bit more free flow, when you do have a bit more freedom and you're not as stuck in, to having to know, well, not about knowing the smokes. They knew the smokes. Some of them missed sometimes anyway, but also the Molotov usage from Sprout was great to cancel it. Regardless, I think they're faring a lot better on these ones where they could just kind of not pug it out, but can just try and play around each other, I guess. I don't know where I'm going with this one.
Hit their shots, play their own game.
Well, yeah, I wanted to avoid saying that phrase, but that is essentially it.
That's all you need. That's all Counter-Strike is. And confidence, Hitting all the buzzwords right now, Harry. And NIP, they're hitting all the rounds. This was a strong start for Sprout, but the Ninjas have come back in full force. 4-3 and another eco. Sprout have 5 smokes, though. They are looking to stall this round out as long as they possibly can. Feigning some control with utility. Rez just got burned down to 5 HP. The smoke coming in very late to save his life. Keto trying to get a kill with this one Krieg, and he might be able to. Rez peeking, getting tagged. Favin's pushed up as well, but there's just too many Ts. Too many Ts, and NIP will start this round off again with the pick. Forest lurking in mid for a repeat, and he'll do a lot of damage there. Keto actually holding on to Banana with 1, but Forest has actually walked out into middle, and that will be a potential 2K for him. Searson, very little he can do with the USP, and Forest has just completely worked open A. There's a flank through mid, but Spiddy's too late to the party, and Lekro hears him run. That orb gets dropped, and probably saved here as Keto is the last man up. He's already got 2. He's going to need to double it.
Not impossible, though. He's been so impressive for Sprout. It's just Twist going to land that shot almost immediately. So kind of glad I didn't make an ass of myself hyping that one up too much. That's NIP in with another. Lots of damage done, though, if you're Sprout. You at least can walk away knowing that in these last few rounds, even when you haven't had a lot to work with, you've at least made things competitive. Also, you think about how NIP started this T-side streak of rounds, and it was those constant 2vx's. So you've done a good job of restricting NIP's economy in spite of these rounds that they've been chaining together. You now need to finally get some rounds of your own, right? You're running out of half to play with. Orp in the hands of Searson. Maybe that's the change that Sprout needed. He's playing with that over towards long. 3 players here at Banana. Twist trying to secure his team top mid control before NIP commit to anything. Wants to take this default and at least put some pressure onto the A site so that Sprout can't go aggressive and get too much information where NIP don't want them to. That Molotov's actually forced one of these players into an open fight. That was a nice one. Going over the top. If there was a play, over at Coffins with an AWP, that would be a great way to force that initial engagement. Favin's boosted up at the back of the site. The smoke being down there shows that there were players here. And here's the thing, you know that someone had to have boosted him, so you know there's a second man inside of the site as well. Will they anticipate Spiddy still just waiting around this same area, though?
Oh, Citizens coming in through CT as well. There's only one smoke left up on this T side. They had to use one to keep Plopsky alive on the car, and that all gets dropped. They know there's one more man here, though, and Spitty shows his hand. Low HP on Plopsky, and Spitty brings him down to 2. It is not enough damage, though. Both CTs now on A, and NIP, they have got the B site, and, you know, Inferno, likely the round. 18 seconds, the plant will be in, and it's a save from Sprout. You mentioned that, you know, you need 2 players to boost up there. I actually recently saw S-Tag, I'm pretty sure it was, make a solo jump up onto that position from Fountain. He climbs to top Fountain, he lines up, you know, walks as far back as he can without falling off, and then hits a strafe. Rush has given us his best impression. Whoa, really? Oh, wow.
Can we bring Rush up on the observer cam so we can see his facial reaction as he plugs the necessary coordinates in for him to complete this feat of movement?
I tried it out, and it's not easy.
He's concentrating. He's really getting his head in the game. Woo. You see that strafe? You see that mouse movement? That there's precision. That right hand is used to these fast movements. Let me tell you, he's ready to go, is Rush.
Good old Rush cam.
I like that we've got that in.
Yeah.
It's like, I would compare it to, you know, like when people who stream have like in a box, like another lower third or something, you know, like a little picture-in-picture of like their dog or their pet or something.
Or their mouse pad, you know.
Yeah, all that, yeah.
To make sure they're not cheating.
He's the dog of ESL, is Rush.
He is dog, yeah. He gets more camera time than us, Harry.
That's actually very true, isn't it?
That's not a complaint, by the way. Oh, tactical pause coming through for the Sprout boys. 3-6. This has been a great start from NIP on the T side. Harry, we talk about NIP's T sides being, well, to put it bluntly, whack, as, you know, Nuke was a great example of that. Well, right now, they are completely uprooting all of that. A really, really good start to this map, and we are not even done with the half. Sprout, though, they want to take matters into their own hands, and what a play from Keto. He's down mid, and NIP have no idea. They have no one even in second mid. Forest getting the kill, though. He is aware. One step ahead from Mexican. That gun barrel does stick out. That's the unfortunate part of that position from Keto. If you want to watch second mid, your barrel is super exposed. And in the meantime, Dennis is pushed all the way down through T-Apps. The thing is, this works both ways. Forest is up in apps, so he can easily take over the A site. There's no one here. Sprout have made the read that NIP are going B, and they are, but if Forest gets out through apps, then this entire round could change. Sprout could double back. That's the bomb getting spotted, though, and Dennis has all the info that they need. Letcro running back, and he has to take that kill. He's been seen. Dennis doesn't want to force the fight. He doesn't want to give them a way back in, but Plopsky dies in his own Molotov. Now NIP can take over A, and as said, Forest finding this gap has won the round for NIP, surely. Favin's trying to desperately rotate back, and he will be here, but he will not expect the man behind enemy lines in the graveyard. What a play from Forest. Dennis does a great job of trying to keep NIP boxed into Banana and force them into that stack on the B site, but Plopsky, while he died in the molly, that may look like a crazy play, that was more than worth it.
Yeah, that was Forest's homage to old friend Get Right. Big old flank of the century to cement that round. And a 7th now for NIP. I don't really know what makes this team tick. It just seems to be random. Yeah. Like sometimes they're incredible.
Sometimes maybe good.
Well,
sometimes
you know how the rest...
maybe not.
Yeah. We'll go with that variant of it.
Sure.
But it's a welcome return to form from NIP. This series really did have the potential to just like peter out with NIP slowing down back on Nuke and looking like they were getting in their own heads a bit. I'm glad that we've seen this resurgence because I believe that Sprout can rise to the occasion here. I believe that they can bring the heat. This is going to be the 3rd map we deserved after all. It's NIP continuing to rack up this T-side round counter. Investment back in from Sprout once more. This time abandoning that 3-man banana control that they've been playing occasionally over toward the beginning of these rounds. And this is going to be one of the rounds where NIP do decide to pressure this portion of the map. Sprout aren't too bothered on contending it, though. They've already given it up, playing passively back within the bomb site.
Yeah, Plopsky looked like he wanted to go quickly into B, but going to be denied by that smoke. Spitty spamming, blinding himself in the process. Now the smoke faded, and Plopsky has an open kill to take. The AWP is here, and it will trade. Still 2 players here for Sprout. And IP can't immediately execute, but they've at least caused a rotation, and they know it. Going back towards A. Dennis and Keto on the receiving end here. We've got Rez coming in through the apartments with Electro. Everyone else coming out in mid. Question is, at what point does Sprout decide to rotate a player back towards the long side? Because that position is open. They could be getting wrapped through CT, so Sprout have to be aware of that. Spitty's now coming on a flank, and Keto, he's going to deal with the first man out, but the apartments play is in for Forest, and he just continues to storm his way onto the site. Is there any stopping this man? Spitty and Searson, they've got to go. They've got to save. It's another NIP round. It's 8 on the T side. Harry, we said coming into this game, you know, it can just take 1 or 2 players to really step up, and that can win you a game of Inferno. You can just force saves so many times. It does feel like Forest and Rez, they've just sort of done that, haven't they?
Yeah, no, they really have. I mean,
2v5ing.
They only have 1 player back on Nuke, it was Forest, so it's nice that we've got a supporting cast around him. You've got to mention Plopsky as well, because he has been someone, even in the games, or even in the maps, they haven't won a game yet, but they might. Even in the maps that NIP have won here, Plopsky has normally been the guy, you know, just falling ever so slightly behind, and then in the ones where they lose, that's normally the case as well. Obviously, you know, the latest edition of this squad, and not the most experienced, so it's understandable. It's nice to see him here, though, in amongst the ninjas, picking up these rounds and having a good bit of impact. That's going to be very confidence boosting for him. And, you know, when you look at this, if you're, you know, the likes of Lecro or Rez, for example, not Rez, rather, Twist, and you see, you know, your teammates are all doing well, that's going to spur you on even more as well to try and catch up. So NIP, they're in a good headspace. They're looking more positive. Whenever we see them on the camera, they don't look like they hate each other anymore. It's nice to see. For Sprout, it's a bit concerning. A monstrous performance back on Nuke, but here on Inferno, since those pistol rounds, it's all but grinded to a halt.
Yeah, Keto is having a great game either way. Him and Searson have been doing work, but it has just been a lot of saving, right? And IP really playing with the rotations quite well. Sprout triple B setup. We've got Dennis spotting mid to at least make sure that NIP aren't accelerating the pace up towards top. Great utility down Banana, though, will keep NIP at bay. And that will allow Spitty to rotate back around towards middle. Saving a smoke for that A site if it is needed. NIP now finally been given room in Banana. Searson's got a full set of his, but he's waiting with the AWP. Surely they flash him off this angle. Molly comes down. Does he stay? Does he go? He's got to make a decision. Shot on the jumping player misses, and he gets Molly down to 40, or 60 rather. That's fine. Been re-smoked. NIP have been stopped in their tracks once again. It's just a case of burning out this utility, as Inferno typically is.
It's a bit of a shame that Faven doesn't still have his Molotov, because they showcased that one a little bit earlier that they throw on over the top that lands at the car, right, and forces those peaks. Either you force the players back down Banana just to the half wall or over onto the barrels, or they have to run forward into the firing line. And with the AWP over in Emo now, was on the coffins, that could have been a way to force this initial fight in favor of Sprout. That won't come through, however. The smoke's now rain in toward the B site. Rotations have come through for Sprout, but this is not where this play looks to come through. This much utility pouring into B with only 20 seconds left.
Oh!
That's been enough to force all 3 players round, and with those 2 kills coming through, NIP, they can lock in a 9th.
That's a great read on the position inside of the site from Dennis and Keto, right? Especially after they get that first kill. Not only, you know, 2 things are apparent. Sprout love to play these passive setups, and NIP know they've drawn the rotation. They know A only has 2 defenders. That's because they've gotten out from mid so easily. And so just predicting that corner box position, as a CT would typically play with 15 seconds left, trying to deny a bomb plant. NIP is spamming the wall. Whoever, I think it was Plopsky, came around the corner, just pre-fires the shot. NIP very much aware of where Sprout are and how they like to play. This is not Nuke anymore, Harry. This is Inferno, and it feels like home territory for the Ninjas right now. Even hunting down, saving CTs, and Letgro leaves no survivors. Only Searson left, and he might be able to get away with the AWP, but a missed shot will spell disaster. Oh no, Harry. Oh no. 3 exits for Letgro, and that is Sprout getting absolutely decimated on the B-bomb site. No weapons held, no money made, and NIP. I've never seen a team flip and flop so much in a best of 3. Looks so good, then so bad, and then back up to good. NIP are here. Just telling it like it is. They got 4 rounds on Nuke, Harry.
I know. It's great. It's honestly, it's great. Spiddy's down banana, but it's instantly traded by Rez. He will... Oh, Dennis trying his hand at some aggression as well. Straight through that smoke. Rez somehow picks that up. I mean, if I'm Dennis, I'm throwing my mouse across the way because that felt like it should have been a kill. However, MP9, obviously, only small caliber, only a little gun. And sometimes size does matter when it comes to bullets at the very least. Ooh. That nade is good, however. Smoke rains over. Molotov to try and delay this push. NIP, they don't have to commit to this, but it looks like they're going to.
Yeah, they put Searson low on A with that AWP, and he is deciding to rotate round. If NIP take too long, they're going to be walking into a triple setup here, but they have no more map control, and that's why it is so tempting to just commit with an execute. You don't want to start walking back and getting caught by aggressive Sprout players. That being said, 3 CTs here. Doesn't get much better for Sprout. What can they do with this? 30 seconds, smokes it down now. Faven, he can get flashed out by Searson. That will be what's happening. Flash goes through. Faven gets stuck in the smoke. Keto with 1, and they're all blind. Faven with a double, and shuts down the round. Sprout will pick it up. Finally getting something done. It took them 3 defenders on that B-bomb site. NIP executing into a stack. I love the rotate from Sprout, though. They really read into that B plate. And the stack secures them something. 4-9, though. It's such a long road back into this game for Sprout. But that will soften the blow.
This next round now decides whether or not, you know, your NIP, you've got a chance to decimate the money over on Sprout. That there leaves a bit to be desired. Searson trying to take the peek down banana. That's a few times he's gone for these peeks in Molotovs, and it just doesn't seem to be worth it. Not able to find the advantage once again. This boost has been assembled. This is something that Sprout have done a couple of times. Letgro, despite being nearby, not able to trade that one out, so it will be the 4-on-4. Sprout, they've at least clawed their way back into even odds. NIP having to slow this round down a bit. Something to bear in mind, someone who we haven't really had, well, not had to see a lot from, someone who understandably we haven't seen much from in the last 2 maps is Twist, right? Obviously, T-side Nuke never had the AWP. They didn't get to play CT side. He didn't have it then either, right?
Great back on Mirage.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I was going to say. But it's been a long time since then. Here on T-side Inferno, he's been looking all right with the AWP in hand. I, for one, cannot wait to see if he can go back to Mirage form heading into their CT half. That's just something to bear in mind. Eerie is over in mid. Speak of the devil. And he shall appear. Did he register that someone was able to cross? No, he did not. And Keto has shut down everybody in this round. He will finally get picked up. The ace is denied. It's Letgro, 1 versus 2, and the 2 B rotators left to try deny this round. Spiddy and Faven on for the retake.
Yeah, bomb plant, he has loads of time to get into a position. He's being wrapped from short, though, and is focused in on long. Does have the cover of the box, but trade potential should be good. Fakes a reload. That gives away his position. They should know he's on the site, and he's only got 10 bullets. He has to be so clean with these kills. 6 left, and almost getting the double. The retake is successful, though, and Sprout will take a round. Can't afford to spend too long looking for AWPs, though. That bomb is pretty far ticked, but Faven's got it just fine. 5 here for the CT side, looking to take the last couple of the half. But it's not like NIP are going to have any troubles with money. They have been decimating this T side all half long, so Sprout are going to have to work for it. Only having one player survive as well isn't exactly perfect for them. But got to play with the hand you're dealt. Boost has been used twice there, and yeah, I mean, Twist holds mid, he gets pop flash. Typically, you're going to take a shot and fall off. He just dedicates. Not only does he dedicate, he goes wide and mid without realizing Keto gets under back. That's a bit of an error, but that's the AWP on T side. Chad knows all about it. Back to rifles here for NIP. Only AWP on Searson for now, and that's on long. NIP taking the top of B.
And a very early rotation here from Searson. Maybe even swapping out with Faven, or perhaps looking to boost the player up. No, it will just be that hard swap between the two of them. Faven moving over to the A site. Looks like they're going to boost the player up onto the new box, and that will be Spiddy. It's just boosts all across the map from Sprout. They're trying to take the height advantage. This little tree is trying to grow into a tall old oak. And well, Electro up from short. Not able to find that.
Oh, all this distraction is allowing NIP to wrap long. No one's watching it. Dennis gets caught, and Keto with one trade before Rez comes out big with a frag. Faven stuck on the site, needing to delay 20 seconds, but he only gets one kill for it, dropping the bomb at least, but that's not enough time made for Sprout to win this round off of just time. They've got to go in for the retake. Last round of the half. No choice but to commit. AWP on Searson is going to make things hard, especially with this many targets. You know NIP are going to be set up with crossfires. They have Plopsky lurking in Boiler, but everyone else ready to trade. Forest and Letcro. Searson should just try and flash his teammate in, but really there's no easy way to make this happen. Just going to creep and crawl their way into the bomb site. But that bomb, tick-tock, got to go. Spiddy's in, he gets the first. Forest just waiting. He knows he's got the time on his hand, and he's going to be able to peek with Plopsky. Really a nice round from NIP, and fantastic half after a dire performance on Nuke. They get 10 rounds on the T side of Inferno. Not a lot that, you know, Sprout could really do there. They're going to have to pull things back on the second half. Head over to Twitter now and vote for the Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel Power Play. Those are the options below. Harry, what are you picking?
For me, well, you know what, Hugo? I don't remember all of them, so we are going to roll some of these clips out. We're going to take a little look at them. Here is the Twist 4K. In case you forgot about it, this man was a bit of a machine back on Mirage. Sure, he's been quiet on Nuke and Inferno, but he just might get your vote for that 4K. Now, Keto, this is his entry into the Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel Power Play. Rez, his pistol 2K for the map win back in Mirage. Who can forget this beautiful number? CZ in hand, Swedes and CZs to close out maps. Name a more iconic duo. Who can forget Brolin back at Malmo? What a performance there. And then we've got Faven's fabulous 4K in the pistol round in that Nuke win for Sprout. So go on over, cast your vote. A through, I don't know the letter in the alphabet that's number 4, but there's 4 options, so go for it. And that is all for this first half. We'll be back after a quick break.
Turn my heart into something gold. Knew I sold my soul to the devil long ago. I rode it all along on your wave right before it broke. Time was thrown down the well. I fell up when you fell down, but we stayed in flight. I'm laughing to myself, cause I know that I can't deny. I can't find what you can't hide right inside my mind. What I do right now. What I do right now for you, for you.
$10-5 at halftime. NIP, they have really brought the heat to Inferno, and they are burning down the tree that once was Sprout, Harry. This is going to be a big comeback required by the young Germans, but it's looking like the indomitable Swedes are now on the CT side. Well, this is where things really get tough. We've already had a note that NIP's T sides have been lackluster. Well, that was more than good. And now on the easy half, things should only get better with time. We'll have to wait and see, though. Forest deciding what site late that he wants to go to. It's checking for the potential B rush. We got 3 there already. And Favin's looking to try and get an early kill. NIP not going down without a fight. Twist is going to go back in with a flashbang and will get that opening kill as well. 5 on 4. Going to have to fast rotate. Banana's empty. A mid push is coming.
Yeah, you can hear the little struggled grunts of Swedes running in through T-spawn. However, this push coming in from short, and now they do have players inside of the site. They've got the rotations, and everything is coming up nip right now. Searson, how is he still alive? He's done a stellar job of isolating these fights. You've got to give him that at the very least. But will they give him any more? He's on 2. He's on 3. Searson, you can't do this to NIP. He's inside of the bomb site, dancing around still. Happy feet, looking to finish things off. And Rez finally shutting him down. Searson, great fancy footwork at the very least from that man on your screens. Whew. Oh, I need to take a breather after that one.
Yeah, that's got to hurt for Searson. What a valiant attempt. These shots were clean as anything. Look at this next Glock kill. Just tap and even swaps to the USP for another. Not going to be the round, though. And with NIP taking the second pistol with already 11-5, Sprout destined for an eco. No bomb plants, so no Kriegs, no force. It will just be the Glocks. No progress towards Banana either. Double Molotov down for NIP, and they will just push the logs as well. A lot of real estate here for the CT side. Sprout want a B-rush, but they're just not being allowed in. And these SMGs will make absolute sausage meat once they do. Let's see if these Glocks can find anything.
Ooh.
Wow. Fair enough.
Yeah, they get into B. They'll get a bomb plant. If you're Sprout, you're very, very happy with how this has gone down. You're rubbing your hands. You're thinking of that $800 plant money. And maybe even more. Who knows? Why stop there? You know, the world's your oyster. They've got the bomb planted. They're looking for a round. Forest sneaking up through Banana. Well, he's got to find the last man, and he will. Keto, while he does land a dink, it's not the kill. Team ace for NIP. Everyone pulling their weight there. 12-5 as the first buy will come in for Sprout. But it will feature, maybe, they're on the T side, so maybe not. Could feature the big green gun.
They have the money.
Yeah.
We'll have to wait and see, Harry. No, I don't think he'll have armor unless...
There was $6,000 on someone, so he's not worried about the armor.
It would be early to pull in an AWP considering NIP are going to be on bonus and have SMGs, and yeah, I think Sprout agree with that. No rush. You've got a long, hard T side to pull back. Well, that's a dope molly. It's going to push someone back on short. Lekr0 has to give it up. And up through long, Sprout will go very, very quickly. Look at the pace being set. They're even going to stop these CTs from rotating through Library. That smoke is down, but Lekr0 is in with one. The trade from Forest. Low HP on Faven. He's down to one. Trying to cross into the site. Forest is still in the pit. He hasn't been cleared out just yet. They know he's about somewhere, and he's dropped Faven as well. Quick headshot from Forest, getting wrapped from above. Dennis will keep things in contention here for Sprout, but this wrap from Rez might be able to secure the round. He sees the barrel, and he takes the headshot. Only Searson on the site. It's like the pistol round all over again, but he's getting pressured from two different angles, rather, and will only be able to get one. It's NIP with another round, Harry. 13 to their name.
Yeah, and the devastating thing is there for Sprout is that they're not even able to get the bomb planted. So won't be looking too wealthy here for Sprout. Likely just going to be a partial investment into this round, and yeah, that will be the decision. Certainly not the buy you want up against what would be a 14th round for NIP, but this is the only one that allows them to get rifles into the next. Even then, bomb plant would be helpful. Not required, but it would help players like k1to, who have invested a little bit more into this round. And this feels like it should just be maybe a set piece, an apps drop into the A site. The one thing that throws a little bit of a spanner in the works is Plopsky getting set up early down at Banana. That's allowed for a fourth man to rotate into the A site. So if Sprout do just go for the apartments drop, which it certainly looks like they're going for right now, they're lining up the smokes for it, they've got players in mid, this is the apps drop, they're going to be walking into a stacked site, so they will be hard-pressed to find much, but that is a good opener. Damage done by Forest, return heavily so by k1to, but Lekr0 might have just cancelled everything out, and indeed it looks like he has. Spiddy and Dennis left up, and that bomb is in the hands of NIP, but Spiddy, 2 stellar deags, and he's still alive. Oh, Spiddy! Gonna get 3, not quite the round. So close every time for Sprout. These pistols and almost clutches and almost terrific clutches.
Yeah.
But the sad thing about a clutch that's almost terrific is it means you didn't quite cross that line. You didn't quite get the round. So while it's incredible, it's also equal part heartbreaking for Sprout.
Oh my, these are just the cleanest shots. How does he get res on that box as well after already getting spammed? Regardless, Harry, it doesn't matter. It will never be remembered. It's 14-5 and Sprout didn't even win it. So coming down to this potential last buy round here. Oh, Spiddy. Oh, he's going to have to jump and Twist catches him moving. 5-on-4 immediately for NIP. They will take that advantage every day of the week. Might even see that AWP decide to rotate round. Twist is actually just going to lock in on long and play bait and switch with Lekr0 in the cubby, but smoke out on long side. That will cut these two off. Molotov can go down. Actually, running right past it is k1to. He's found a little gap, a little opening in middle. That bomb still dropped down bottom mid, but 2 players at top Banana. There's a chance it could end up there. Someone needs to get it, though. k1to will have to eventually back off, and Dennis is doing the same as well. So NIP, so passive on A, aren't going to realize where this push is coming through until it's already there.
Oh, and Searson, he clears those top boxes. He might believe they're clear, and they're not. Plopsky was just ducked out of view, just a couple of pixels too short, but Searson is very, very fast. He's not missing a beat. The B bomb site falls, and it doesn't look like Twist and Forest are keen on going for this one whatsoever. They're going to hold on to the AWP of the M4. For Lekr0, yeah, he's got an MP9. You understand maybe him just wanted to poke his head in, see if he can find anything. He does find something. It's a very, very warmed up Searson with an AWP in hand. So not what you want to find if you're Lekr0 there. This will be Sprout salvaging a 6th. It's a long way to go to make a comeback happen, but, you know, we've seen before. It's certainly not impossible. And I think, you know, with k1to having such a good showing and Searson now getting that AWP out, starting to come into his own, it's certainly, you know, the ingredients for this recipe to come into fruition are there. It's just a matter of mixing them together in the bowl and getting it in the oven at this point in time. That said, my kitchen is always full of ingredients I could cook with, and yet I still order food. So, you know, it could just be the way of things that you are just delaying the inevitable if you're Sprout. You know, you've still got a long way to go before I think many people would consider this as doable.
Got to start somewhere though, Harry. Baby steps. Like pouring milk into cereal. You know, that's cooking, right? At a basic level, combining two ingredients. Twist waiting in Banana with the orb. Too many smokes for him to get anything. Gonna wait for the jump instead. Look at this setup from NIP. 4 B players right now. That is a very optimistic call, but it might get met well because this bomb is coming up Banana. Favin and Spiddy setting up. Molly to the top. Red's going to get flashed, and that's a great kill. But Spiddy lines up a double frag, and that could be tempting to go in towards the B site off the back of that. But Sprout, they love to slow down in these mid-rounds and just make sure they're all on the same page. So that they have done. Leaving the AWP alone on B is the more common call here for NIP, and they're going to rotate around for Forest. This bomb could still end up on the B bomb site, though. That looks to be the idea here for Sprout. And Twist, rather, is going to have to hit some serious bangers if he wants to keep this round alive.
And it's at that exact moment they see a bit more utility coming out towards B. You see Lecro and you see Forest creeping forward over here towards top mid. And they're now looking to try and see if they can spot players, if they can get this information, and they have got it. Lecro needs to follow up here, has been able to grab the AK. He's got to try and put a stop to this push, and he's done a stellar job. 2 kills is more than we could have asked of Lecro. Now Twist alone, left to try and pick up the pieces. Continue where Lecro left off. Twist out from library. Spiddy homed in on the angle. Dennis with the crossfire from pit. This feels undoable for Twist. He is going to have to hit. Did he see something there? No, it just looked like it. And yeah, Spiddy homed in on the angle. That's a 7th round for Sprout. They are chaining together a couple now, and with that, they've broken the economy of NIP. So there's always the opportunity for more here on the side of the Germans.
Yeah, 8 without a doubt, right? NIP with not a dollar of investment in round number 22. Bit of a mid-push, just get it over and done with. I respect the attitude, but this AWP can find collaterals left, right, and center. Center shot for Searson gets 2, and the Glock is out for another couple. That's going to be Sprout's round, nice and easy, no questions about it. No kills from NIP, but it does mean they're going to be able to buy up sooner rather than later.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of love that from Nip. They don't waste any time. You know, they're not stalling that round out for a minute and a half. They get stuck in, and if they win the fights, they win the fights. And if they don't, well, that's kind of what they were expecting. So now they've got this purchase. Rifles out across the board for Ninjas in Pyjamas. Won't have an AWP, though, to supplement this. And that's immediately made them play within these bomb sites a little bit more. We've seen no aggressive peeks from Twist. He will be in rotation, however, to come and help out at the B-bomb site. And it looks like it could be a good call, right? The bomb is here. Top Banana control's been taken. Once again, Sprout just holding this default. They take top mid. Now they take Banana. And this has been a pretty successful recipe for them to find rounds in the past, and this one looks like it might be no exception. This utility still is present over at the A bomb site, right? So it's kept these 3 players here, and this means for Rez and Plopsky, they're kind of hung out to dry. They're going to try to assemble this boost as fast as they can. They throw Plopsky up into it. Sprout, though, still aren't budging.
Yeah, that CT smoke is actually really good for Sprout. It lets him get really close and not worry about this boost unless you run through it. Dennis gets picked, and there's the bomb dropped in the site. Plenty of time, but Plopsky could make matters worse. He's found another kill from the pool. 3 on 2. Searson looking for kills in CT, but he doesn't know someone's on the left. What a shot flicking onto Twist, and it has opened this round back up for Sprout. Bomb is down. The flash may be good, but Searson isn't budging. Molly up on Carton. I mean, that's just going to cut Lekra off. That will slow him down into Banana, and Searson will speed this round right up. It's only Forest left. No kit. Locked in CT. Probably just saving. 9 rounds to Sprout here, Harry. Are they doing it? Is this really happening?
Honestly, so here is something to bear in mind. At IP, they haven't felt like the same squad, and they haven't felt very resilient. It feels like they're getting in their own heads a bit, and I think at first, when this comeback was happening, I wasn't too worried, right? Because I was always of the belief when they get their rifles, all it takes is one person to have a pretty decent performance. That one there, though, Plopsky and Rez did have a good performance, right? They left it in the advantage of NIP. It was just down to the 3A players to try and get that retake on. And with the bomb planted and Searson it in shots like this, what are you meant to do against that? I mean, fair play to the man over in CT for going down, but my word, it's just, I don't know, the fire's lit beneath Sprout at this point.
I'd like to draw attention to that CT smoke as well from Sprout, right? They threw a really shallow one that meant that the boost was rendered useless. It's a 2-in-1 though. It helps NIP. It allowed Plopsky to walk through the smoke and get into pool very easily without him walking through a lot of open space. So, you know, it has its benefits. It also has its drawbacks. But it really did counter that boost spot. Just a shame Dennis ran right through the smoke and didn't check it. Regardless, around for Sprout. Nice nade onto Faven by Plopsky. Pistols here with a solo rifle from Forest. He's on A, locking in the pit. But Sprout, they're not interested in A. They've been taking B round after round, and this one looks like no difference. Might be more defense than usual, though, with this rotation from Twist. Ooh.
Man, one thing that's not helping at IP is I just feel like every time they make a decision to stack a bomb site, it just so happens to be the wrong one. And this round is no exception. Lekra, I love his deeg. This man is a great deagle, but you're asking a lot. He's stood here alone. There's players rapping long, there's players rapping short. I mean, you can almost feel the fear on behalf of him at this point. They're everywhere, they're all around, and Keto will shut him down. For the rest of NIP, they likely don't leave the B-bomb site, right? They're just going to try and hold on to this rifle, the armor. But Sprout, more importantly, 10-14 now.
Ooh,
5 rounds
in a scary.
Yeah, 5 rounds in a row.
After NIP set themselves up so well, right? Not only 10-round first half, but 4 at the start. They get 14. They almost get enough to, you know, at least take some pressure off, guarantee that OT, get something. But this is looking like a very likely 30-rounder unless NIP can tighten ship. Another save with the pistols.
And a part of me wonders if this is NIP getting a little bit hurt for not at least experimenting with the AWP on Twist back on Nuke, because it feels like he's come into this third map just stone cold, like not seeing those same performances from back on Mirage. And as we've seen from Searson, no such problem on the other side of things, right? He's been hitting blinders all game long and has been throughout the entire series.
And a note we had on T-side was that a lot of the rounds felt like it was just like Rez and Forest getting 2 or 3 entries and then boom, the round's done, or whoever it may be. Well, considering not everyone is playing at maximum level here for NIP, on the CT side, you can't afford to have that. Everyone needs to be able to hold their position, or you lose 1 or 2 players and you save in a 4 or 5 like that previous round from NIP. That's not how you want to be playing right now. That's not the rut you want to be stuck in. Sprout speeding things up, though. Faster A approach, and they might have caught NIP with their pants down. This rotate is coming in, but it's not going to be here in time. That library smoke cuts them off, but Forest and Lekra get a second to fight before it blooms, and they take 2 kills for 1. Trades are still back in. That bomb has been re-secured by Searson. They don't have to commit towards A, but with Dennis out the apartments and the A site clear, it's very tempting indeed. Flash back into middle. Plopsky waits for the peak, and he actually dodges the information gaining from Sprout. They don't know where all these CTs are. That gives room for Rez to move up, but Dennis catches Popsky from apartments. Retake is on again, and no, it's not. It's a save.
Oh no. Oh no, it's feeling like it's in the air, isn't it?
What, asbestos?
11-4. There's no stopping them, man. Since getting onto this T side, since it's been them with this this ability to just get 2 kills, as we credited NIP for, and then win a round, it's all been coming up Sprout. You're not shy on big-time fraggers here over on this T side, so you've got more than enough firepower to break this CT defense.
The thing is that has been screwing NIP over 3 rounds in a row now is just these rotations, is these stacks, and Sprout have been so ahead of it and so willing to manipulate the rotations of NIP. Right there, you know, the crazy part is, like, NIP only have 2 players on the A site. Those rotates are coming back in, and they still get a 2-for-1 on Library. They still get favorable fights, but it's the fact that they don't have players inside the bomb site. The second Dennis gets out of apartments and gets an entry, the round's done, Harry. It's done, because there's no one in A to stop the bomb from going down. And what happens when the bomb goes down on Inferno? You save. So, NIP need more standard setups.
Man, so truthfully, I'm hoping what we can see from NIP is they bring an AWP out. I don't care if it ends up on Twist, on Forest, whoever, right? Anyone can take it at this point in time. That's fine. And then you set your AWP up over on Banana, because as we've seen, you send 3 players there, you get those mollies down. Sprout, when that happens, they do just give it up. They read into that as the stack. And then you can try and set the AWP up to act as that railgun, act as the anchor, stack your 4 players over towards A, and then maybe just work with that Banana control just for the first 20 seconds or so of the round, 30 seconds, you know, see how long you can keep a player there. They've gone for something a bit like this, right? They go for those same mollies down the Banana, the smokes to follow up, and that has kept Sprout out of this portion of the map for the time being. Now they fall back into the site. But this is where, if you're NIP, you have no idea what's going on anywhere on the map right now. And Sprout, they're setting up over here towards Banana. NIP are just going to have to play entirely reactively to this one. They've got no information, nothing to go off. If these nades go in, you're looking to Lecro to get his running shoes on and begin the rotation. Oh, hang on. Plopsky just got flashed in. That there could be something. He doubles up. Now Lecro is ahead of time on this rotation. He gets to CT far faster than what would have happened had these smokes been allowed to go in and Sprout allowed to play their game. So now there's 2 players here. Rez, he's just trying to stay alive. He's just trying to delay this site take. Flash through. That actually blinds Lecro, delays the peak. Doesn't matter. Man advantage for NIP. Searson, though, still up. And alongside him, Keto, the 2 heavy hitters for Sprout versus the 3-man A cleanup crew. And it's Lecro to take the first man down. Now, just Keto left standing. But although he's quite the formidable opponent, NIP, they try and spot him out, and he gets 2 of 3, but it's not enough. Not enough to deny match and series point the way of the Swedes. 15-11.
That's got to be a great feeling for Twist as well, right? His first AWP kill in forever, and he wins the 1v1 to bring NIP back into this game after a streak of no rounds. Finally, NIP make a play of their own. They don't just subscribe to the executes that these Ts have been giving them. They find an opportunity to get aggressive and force gunfights, and boy, does that work out so well. 3 Ts setting up grenades in Banana, and Plopsky flashed in for a double. That is the play of the game right there for NIP. It might have dragged them out of this rut. It might have put them back in a position to close out this game, but they can't afford to let this one slip to OT. Rez with the AWP this time. He's joining Twist. Double AWP. Keto, flash through the mid-smoke. That's a desperate play from Sprout, not one that they've had to do at all this game, and I think the pressure of being up against 15 might have finally got onto them. They've given up the man advantage. Unfamiliar territory here for the Germans. Molotov pushes Searson in, and he gets the kill. What a huge frag from Searson. He's going to start wrapping this site fast. Dennis spots Forrest in the pit, and blind Favon takes him down instead. Twist is here alone on the site, pressured from both sides, and he's dropped the bomb. Only one. Trade is in, and the plant can come through. Searson's even cutting off this rotate.
This wasn't looking great for Sprout. And somehow, namely on the back of Searson again, they found themselves looking good. Also, Faven dealing with the Pit player. You know, Pit, one of the strongest positions inside of that A site just to anchor it down from. So the fact that they're able to flush him out so quickly means that Sprout, they haul this one back despite going a man down. And now 12 to 15, 3 rounds between them and an overtime here. Searson, is he going to survive this?
Yeah. No.
No.
That's a deep plant, but even then,
Yeah.
I think it will do 20 damage.
Oh my word.
Calculated.
He's nailed that.
Yeah, well done. He definitely knew. There's no way you gamble with 20 health if you don't know that. I wasn't even sure.
That's the thing. The thing that always worries me is, you know, like every position does such drastically different amount of damage based on the plant. So it's like someone could say deep plant, but maybe it's not the deepest plant, and that
Gotta go deeper.
Yeah, the idea of that just terrifies me. But you want to know who feels a bit terrified right now? NIP.
Yeah.
Right? They are sitting on match and series point. They are looking good. Well, they're looking all right.
Yeah, it's just these last few rounds, right? They get one in the midst of the madness, but Sprout, they've still got the momentum. They've still got everything to play for. It does feel like they have more of a grasp over the second half, and no one can argue that with the amount of rounds they've managed to put up. This is a 10-5 after NIP's T-side. Sprout looking to not only replicate, but one up. Well, they can't one up here. That would have to be an overtime. Replication is the best they can do, but overtime would be great for Sprout if they can get there. Rez taking an aggressive peek with the AWP, but that smoke at top B has kept him out. Blind shot won't work. Boost, though. He has the only gun in this round. It really is important that he gets something done with it.
Rez was one of the 2 big heroes we were really looking at from NIP in that first half. So, I mean, if anyone stands a chance with it, it's going to be him. He'll rotate round towards A, though, and man, NIP just can't catch a break with these stacks, right?
No.
They've moved the AWP away from B. That would have been the right call, and maybe it hung around a little bit longer. I guess it depends what you define as right call. You know, like they can hold on to the AWP now if the B play comes in. But I feel like you wanted it in not in harm's way, but you wanted it to have some impact in this round.
It's just a case of you fire off the shot with the AWP on B. Sprout know you have that AWP, and NIP try and brain Sprout by going, oh, we'll move it. They won't expect us to move it. Well, Sprout don't care. Plopsky in the smoke, though, getting blocked. Oh, he's firing off too many shots. He's running out of ammo. That is a desperate play. And frankly, this entire half has been for NIP. Rez has to save this AWP, and, well, all too familiar territory right now.
To be fair to Plopsky there, he figures out, like, I'm running into someone and I'm probably going to die. And then they move out the way. And so he tries to spam, I think, the person that he was running into, and just fires all 12 bullets and then appears behind enemy lines.
Into nothing. That's the best part. Like, he appears through the smoke with 0 bullets. Like, hey, guys, what's up?
But, yeah, I mean, that's another round for Sprout. And now this retake, sorry, not retake, this comeback. I got worried that it was just struck from the cards with NIP getting that 1 round, right? Because then you recall, Sprout did look a bit desperate. They just pushed Keto through that mid-smoke, and he dropped in the round following that victory. I thought that was going to be Sprout's last round. The fact that they've survived, the fact that they've kept on going, now just 2 rounds behind NIP, this does not feel impossible, especially because if they pick this next one up, if NIP invests fully into it, which I'm imagining they are, I mean, they definitely will be, then you're in a tough spot. The players you're going to be looking at is a guy like Twist to drop over. At least you've got max loss for NIP.
Double AWP here as well.
That's a heavy investment to go into, considering the circumstances. These Molotovs have not stopped Faven. And Plopsky, he is devastated. No one wants to be the first man to die in a round like this. And Not with a pace set like that by Faven.
Yeah, and that's the thing. We're in round 29. We've not seen Sprout do that, where they just charge up top B. And NIP, they've typically been fine in taking Banana with the utility. Well, this time, a complete change of pace in round number 29, and NIP completely caught off guard. Keto, he's coming in for this free kill. Dennis will steal it away. Twist was watching down the stairwell, and this is falling apart. This has got overtime written all over it, graffitied into the face of the ninjas, tattooed on their skin. Can someone get that laser removal surgery? Lekra looking for it. Keto is here in the boiler, and 3 at the top of middle, 1 even flanking apps as well. So Lekra, he's got a ticking time bomb on his position. He's going to get wrapped. And the rotates are in for NIP, but are they here in time?
Oh, Rez just instantly struck from the clock. Lekro's laser removal service, and it's like a laser beam shutting down 2. Spiddy, Searson, they can't have made this comeback. They can't have got it to here all for nothing, and maybe not. Forest in with the trade, and it's a 1v1. It's the 2 giants of either team. Searson, who's been lights out all game long, and it continues 14-15. The game goes on. Round number 30. We've gone the distance. And there's still the chance for more. Lekra, he thought he'd done enough. He thought he'd saved the day.
I would have loved to see him go on apps after those 2 kills, especially, right? He gives away his position, he gets 2 frags from it. You're not typically going to get 2 frags from that spot, but, you know, now Sprout know exactly where you are. Instead of letting Forest take the next fight, Lekra just, you know, commits to his spot, and Sprout know exactly where he is. If he wraps apps, plays a bit slower, goes for that 2-on-2 retake, maybe NIP have a chance, but they are looking flustered, Harry. They are making mistakes, and Sprout, they will be the ones to take the rounds away as a result. 14-15, 1 more till overtime. 10 T-side rounds for NIP, and it was not enough to close out this game. It could still be, but you know, I don't think I can be blamed for not believing it, considering how this half has gone for them. We need a hero. Forest trying to be that man in second mid. That's a start. A pick for NIP. He spots a second man as well. He wants to take this fight while he knows where Keto is. He's got him locked in that corner. Keto attempting to escape, and Forest will let him run right away. Still a man advantage for NIP, and that makes all the difference with 3 players on B and Sprout ready to execute.
Yeah, that apps aggression, that has forced Sprout into the B play. NIP, they have planned this meticulously as ever, and they know that this push has to come in here. They've got the stack, and will that be the undoing of Sprout? They fought so hard, and yet it might have all just fallen apart on the back of a play made by Forest, and with NIP stacking the site with it, the hopes of Sprout are out the window. Nip get the win, 16-14, and devastation for Sprout. Commiserations for the effort. They do a stellar job of getting it so damn